you guys.
Yes.
Both. Are you just walking up to the manor? Are you doing?
No.
We're gonna try to check out what it looks like.
Okay.
See what the guards are like.
Yeah, we'll pretend to take a stroll.
Yes.
Pose as a married couple.
Ew, no.
Just for the purposes of sneaking around the
I don't know if
house.
that's illegal in Kraghammer.
How about we pose as brother and sister, creepy?
And tiptoe right behind this
Yeah, do it.
asshole.
Do it.
Kept you waiting.
Put it in him.
And take out my vorpal blade and reach out and grab him by the hair and stick it in the back of his neck.
You've got my dice. You've got my dice.
All right. So.
26, 52.
Oh!
As you pull the head back, you can hear a slight guttural is about as much noise as can make it out before the blade just right out the front of his throat. You slink it behind, seemingly unnoticed. There's a slight twitch to the Mind Flayer's head for a second as you go ahead and take a big old
bucket of shit
and fling it. Go ahead and you fling it as the invisibility spell wears off of you as part of the attack. You fling the bucket. A spray of thick, gooey goblin fecal matter goes streaking through the air as the illithid turns with its eyes wide to see you suddenly appear, and then suddenly see this entire batch of thick goblin shit just across its face. Suddenly you see its tentacles writhing as it goes, and as it screams, all of you hear in your head a scream.
I'm stabbing!
As
Cast Stone Skin immediately.
all right, as this happens, you start cast Stone Skin, you go in for the blade, and you hear a counter voice in your mind.
Fuck.
Clarota, go.
I
Roll your
cast
attack.
light on Grog's head!
Your head comes to an
Anything else?
extremely bright glow, all of you averting your gaze.
This is stealth, right? Stealth for me?
Yes. No, you're invisible, so...
Okay. No, okay.
Attack! Daylight golem!
29! 29!
That definitely rolls to hit. You had surprise. Go ahead and roll.
And it's a critical, right? I'm
It's a
assassinating
critical,
this motherfucker.
technically, yep.
I get ready for that!
Okay, cool.
DM 62 and 62.
Come on. Ow!
17.
Okay, as you push the door open again and glance inside of the main hall, you don't see any traps across the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna go check out the shiny thing.
As he does, and you go over towards the glimmer on the table, you look, it's just formless and kind of this weird
crap.
spark of light. It then vanishes, and the doors that you guys entered
It's a trap!
slam behind you, with Tiberius, Grog, and Keyleth all kept outside of the room.
No!
The rest of you guys, the flames go to darkness, and the entire room goes pitch black.
Oh shit! Oh no, we don't have light!
Grog. In the darkness, I say, fuck!
The sincerity of the battle has just come over you. The adrenaline's still pumping through your system.
Melted off.
It's kind of there.
Mostly. You can see 4 of the 5 toes.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's
4
about
out of 5.
3.5.
Did I lose the big or the small?
This would be small.
Okay.
So,
Okay, you could do without.
So your balance is
Say
probably
that.
a little wonky.
a little bit.
A little bit.
So,
Hear that athlete's foot, though.
So,
Gone. I mean, a clockwork foot from Percy does sound cool.
If we're gonna rest, it doesn't hurt to try.
alright, you know,
Yes.
That way you can sleep on it, you know.
we can sleep on it.
Literally.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay,
With
so,
little kin.
maybe this
I'll try
yellow
Cure
vial
Wounds.
of
potion could do something
it,
for him as well.
That's been gay.
I'll try it at 4th level.
at a 4th
Since
level?
We're gonna sleep.
Alright, so go ahead and roll the corresponding dice for that.
I'm kind of keeping an eye out for
check.
48 plus 5 is what it will be.
48 plus. I'm lit. Aw, why do you keep putting your foot up near me? She gave it back.
A lot of
I know
reasons.
she wore it.
No, she gave it back.
She put the chainmail on, she gave you the level.
Two very easy
Give
reasons.
it. Give it.
Either you didn't
That's
want them to
between
be
you and
found,
her.
or you did.
I'll take an armor off of her.
Please, can I have that armor?
She's holding it in her hand. Certainly.
Thanks. I go put it on. I don't know what it is. It's magic though. So.
It's whatever
I
armor
guess
you
we'll be
gave
on the
her
second.
that was in the...
Wait, my armor?
Yeah.
That's my armor.
Yeah. I
The
took it
armor
from-
that you gave for her to put on at Emberhold because she had nothing
I
on.
gave it to him. He gave it to her.
Right.
And I'm
You're
taking
taking
it.
it. Hold on a
Too
second.
late. Too late. It's already on, brother.
No.
Let's
I
just
don't
keep
think
moving,
so.
all right?
Take
Let's
back.
just keep moving.
No, take back.
I think we need to roll a brother-sister contest
No,
die.
just
I grab her by the ear and say, "That's
Ow,
mine.
ow,
That's
no,
mine.
Come on, I
That's
need
mine."
it.
Sibling
Squeezing her earlobe really hard.
Roll.
Yeah, you two roll. Go for it.
Shit. It's mine!
Sibling justice. Mine was just persuasion versus persuasion. Is this what this was?
Yeah, sure.
They played arm punch until one game.
You guys step into the erudite quarter. He's now brought you into essentially what is an outdoor botanical garden that is just a very nice walk. Grass across the ground with fine, well-kept bushes. There's a canopy of beautiful trees that are kind of arcane, through arcane means, twisted and sculpted to form this kind of long tunnel. It's strangely romantic. As Gilmore begins to walk you down, there's like a fountain to the side, and he's, what about you? How's Vox Machina been? How have they been treating you? How are you, Vax?
Well, we're tired, to be sure. I was not kidding before. We really are lucky to be alive. And that's thanks in large part to a lot of the gear you outfitted us with the last time.
Wondrous. Well, I'm happy to help. And have you been keeping up your end of the bargain? Have you been singing the praises of Gilmore's glorious goods across Kraghammer and beyond?
You were mentioned in Kraghammer. I regret to inform you, though, that we were forced to travel underground rather quickly, and the Duergar and the other things that we ran into are not really customers you want to deal with. So, no, our lives were too much in harm's way. But now that we're above ground, I'm looking to pick up where I left off.
Very well.
Do your shop honor. Your contribution to what we've done, and I place my hand on his hand, was no small part in our survival. And I give it just a little squeeze. And I want to thank you. Sincerely. I don't know that I would be standing here without your help.
Do it not fit Gilmore's glory. He looks you deep in the eyes and kind of pats the top of your hand and goes, that moment, that is why I do what I do.
Your empire, human.
Who am I? Who
Have
am
no
I
empire. I'm his valet.
in this equation?
Well, we're equal partners. Yeah, I'd say,
Am I your wife?
do you want to be? Is that weird?
I say it's equally.
No.
I think that's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, I can be your wife. I can RP this. I mean, I can.
What does
pretend to be that.
RP mean?
I can. Yeah. So Coraline Shorthalt.
Alright, done and done. It's dangerous. You could die any given day. So could I, so could she, so could him. No. Maybe not him, but the rest of us, sure. Are you really interested in this?
He looks at you for a second. His eyes, his brow kind of comes together, and you can see there's a quiver to his bottom lip. And he goes,
Oh.
Wait. There's his heart breaking.
"I thought you were heroes.
Oh.
I waited 2 weeks to meet you."
How could you do that?
Tell me your name again.
Kynan.
Doesn't matter.
Hang out.
Doesn't matter at all. You're right. And he kind of puts his hand up and kind of pushes you
Kynan,
away. And
wait.
gets back, pulls the first out of your hands, and kind of takes a few steps away and looks over his shoulder. You can see now there's tears welling up in his eyes, and he goes, "I just wanted to be a hero."
Wait.
Kynan!
Kynan!
Train him up.
Send him on a mission. Come back when you're ready. No, send him on a mission.
right now. Yeah, do something like gratifying.
Come back when you're ready. Come back again. Train yourself. And I personally will be your mentor.
Just make a persuasion roll.
Oh, you better roll good, because I'm going to be so mad at you if you hurt him.
What's my persuasion?
Look at you.
I got it. They passed it down. All right.
Not good.
I'll make 7.
He looks back at you and the tears.
No, I'm gonna use luck.
All right.
It's a 20. That one.
Natural 20?
Yes.
He looks at you, the tears welling up in his eyes, kind of blinks them away for a second and sniffles them. You mean that?
I do.
Trinket.
I do.
Behind
You will be my right-hand man. I promise.
Looks over at the rest of you, looks at Percy, looks at Keyleth. Tiberius isn't there. Tiberius is already walking to the keep. Looks at Scanlan. Looks at Vax'ildan, looks at Grog. He grasps the sword that's currently sheathed aside. I will. I'll make you proud.
And I went to the nearest shop and bought a lot of pink ribbon. And I have been furiously tying bows all through Trinket's hair the entire time they've been gone.
Actually, I'll help with that campaign.
Yeah.
I do some braids.
Yes.
I do some braids.
Yes.
And add some flowers.
Teeny tiny little braids.
Little tiny braids.
Keyleth has been weaving flowers in, and I have been knotting braids, started at the head, and then worked all the way down Trinket's back and down the tail the entire time, feverishly.
I come up for lunch. Keyleth, can I borrow you for... What in good God?
Is it important? Do you need me right now?
Listen, don't argue it.
Pretty important.
Is Trinket comfortable with this?
He's so comfortable. Look, I gave him plenty of treats. He doesn't even know what's happening.
Boy.
This mournful, low, guttural Grog. If you're pretty sure it translates to whoa. Actually, Oliver, you were probably the first Goliath to have
Does it
facial
have a
hair, let
mustache
alone
too, or is
quite
it-
that strong. No, it's a full like we're talking Portland man.
One
Portland
moment, though.
man.
One moment.
Oh no.
Another thing that I did
Brew coffee.
was go off and get some like a lathering cream,
Okay.
and
You're
on
not.
the second to last night after I took Grog out to the tavern,
Oh
I
no.
bought him a lot of drinks.
I assume dodge.
I didn't shave off his whole beard.
Don't shave off any of it.
Only
That's
half
so
of it.
Mean.
I just became the most handsome man in the
Right.
Do
world.
not shave his fucking beard off.
This much.
Make
Make a
a
stealth check.
a stealth check first.
Yes.
Make,
Oh my god,
Make a
he's
perception check.
so
You're
mad
a
at
terrible
you.
person.
Make a perception check.
I have
You just broke a mechanical pencil.
Did you? Oh my god!
He's so mad at you.
DM.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 20.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I have 3 a day.
13.
Ah.
21.
All right.
Why are you so evil?
Why did he trip me making
Why
me
do
eat
you-
shit 2 months ago?
Why do you?
Let's play, Matt. Let's play.
So
Oh my god.
that.
Like I need pop.
Your muscles locked in place, sweat beginning to bead down the front of your forehead. The realization of the immediate danger you put yourself in, washing over you. You can see across the way, kind of in the dark candlelit area of the room by the canopy bed, is Lady Delilah Briarwood, hands still out, kind of smiling at you. Immediately to your left shoulder is Lord Silas Briarwood, who has leaned in and is actually pulling you away from the door now. You're skidding across the ground. As he shifts you, your legs unable to actually move. As he pulls you forward, the Lord kind of whispers in your ear,
You are a curious one, and not quite gifted with the silver tongue. Foolhardiness is not becoming of a guest of the Briarwoods.
For a moment, there's this kind of pause, this tension, this silence, and Delilah, Lady Briarwood, kind of puts her hand out further and says, Yet, my love, we are not here to make enemies, nor raise suspicion. We are merely protecting ourselves from intrusion. Isn't that right? As she looks at you and looks immediately to your right, where you can feel just the general presence of Lord Briarwood. I need you to go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw, and the effect is left you unaffected by whatever he was attempting to try.
Ooh.
There's a brief moment as he kind of looks you over.
What do you need?
Yes. That's so smart.
There now. Be a good boy. Looks over. I need you to make a deception check. So they're both kind of just looking you over. Lord Briarwood's kind of just walking back and forth and keeping a very keen eye. He kind of walks between you and the door as you stand there. Almost like he's waiting for a reaction of some kind, for you to initiate something.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What can I do to help? I'm pretty meager a servant, but anything you need, whatever you need. Gosh, you guys are good looking. This isn't that, is it?
You hear a throaty chuckle from Lady Briarwood across the way. No, but what do you think, my love? Lord Briarwood comes up from behind, his hands on the back of your shoulder, and says,
Like we said, you haven't the gift of the silver tongue, but I applaud your effort.
Well, my mom and dad said I'm a real good speaker. They paid for like a tutor to teach me how to talk, and it's worked out really well for me in my life. So if you need like an ambassador or like a butler who talks, I could do that for you.
Lady Briarwood at this point kind of steps a couple steps closer, still about 15 feet from you.
Yeah.
And he's right behind you, like between you and the door.
Yeah.
She steps forward and kind of looks over at her husband again and goes, so, what do you think? Can we trust him? And Lord Briarwood kind of leans forward, and you can feel like his chin kind of peeking into your peripheral vision.
I'm afraid not.
Let turns happen.
Wait. As that happens, and as my consciousness fades away, I don't say anything, but here's what I think in a split second. Okay? I think of my friends that I've spent so much time with. I think of Keyleth. Beautiful. Walking under the trees. I think of my twin sister as a young girl, folding linens with our mother. I think of my sister as an adolescent in lessons, smarter than me. I think of the woman that she grew into, hiking over many, many, many miles together. My best friend, Vax'ildan. And before I can think no more, I say a prayer to Sarenrae to watch over my friends and keep them safe.
A little more of a tug on it, not enough to gather attention, but just enough to really see if it's just stuck or if it's locked. And it appears that the doors are not opening.
Let me have a look.
Thank you. This is what he does.
This is what I do. This is an old type of lock. Hold on.
There is no lock, actually.
There's no lock. Oh, but I rolled a natural 20. Does that help me get through the door?
Suddenly a lock appears. Utterly pickable.
Utterly pickable. This is the most pickable lock I've ever seen.
There is no lock.
Pull out an Amex.
Step against the desk, leap up into the air, and come down and go fukunk into his shoulders.
Right there?
Yeah, right. I'm on the desk.
Oh, on the desk.
In front of him, going for his chest.
That's
Nice, go for it.
First, and I get advantage on everything, is it's a 30. And this is a surprise attack, so it's a critical hit, plus the sneak attack damage. This guy is going down. 9, 33, 66 for the first attack, darling.
66?
66. Here comes the second dagger into him at advantage.
66.
Is 18.
5 rounds.
Plus is 28, so that obviously hits, and that is 1 plus 6 is 7. And then the third dagger comes down, is 29, and that also hits. So I've shanked his ass, that's an 8. Shunk, shunk.
66 plus 15 is 70. This was 81.
Yep. 81 points of damage. 1 out of
Wow.
As you
I do not have a good feeling about this. And I start to undo the cloak that's on me, and I want you to wear this.
Oh!
And I tie an elven cloak. Shut up. Please. I don't need it. You will wear this. You will stay hidden when it is needed. You almost lost me. I almost lost you. You will wear this as needed.
I will wear it. Thank you.
I walk out of combat now.
You guys are currently out of combat.
Okay. I'm going to, clutching my bleeding belly, walk over toward Keyleth and say that was a close one.
Yeah. You know, I kind of feel like we've been here before. Oh, right. We have been here before.
You know I'm in love with you, right? And I kiss her.
Oh!
Excellent.
I was going to buy you something, but then I realized sometimes old is better than new.
It's an old person.
Vox Machina's favorite.
Kill it.
Kill it.
Already dead.
Schrodinger's old person.
Do you know what that is?
Oh.
As you open the package, you see before you a familiar belt of leather with a coiled snake on the buckle.
How did you get that?
I've got ways.
It was in Uriel's palace, wasn't it?
I'm a really good winker, if you haven't noticed.
Cheers.
Did you wink somebody for that?
Busting out the wings.
Slutty little thing.
Hello, Simon.
Oh no, it's just a real snake. It's biting you.
Revenge achieved!
I am too embarrassed to look her in the eye. And stare for a moment, but then finally, still not looking at her because she's fucking freaking me out, pull her into a hug and say, I love you, Stubby. I'm never gonna leave your side. I'm always gonna be there. You can always be a pain in the ass like you are. I love you. Always have, always will. Thank you.
Thank you. And then I slap him across the face.
The fuck was that for?
I love you too.
Vax'ildan, darling.
I think we have known each other a long time. Long
Yeah?
time, yeah? And I have a lot of love for you. You are an amazing man.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you there.
That is part of your charm. I don't even know what I'm saying per se. I just feel I need to be honest with you. There's no question you and I have danced around each other a bit for the past few years. And I have been curious.
Well, curiosity is the spark of arcane pursuits and knowledge, among many other things.
I've come close many times to going further than I have. You were a charming man, Gilmore. But I respect you very much. And I need to tell you that I can't do the dance anymore. I am in love with someone I don't think loves me, but all the same, It wouldn't be fair to you to think that we might dally. And I don't want to be a liar, so I won't be.
Well, I certainly appreciate your honesty. And, well, I would be lying if I didn't say I was a little disappointed. But at the same time, the heart wants what the heart wants. And, well, I've enjoyed our flirtation. Perhaps our paths aren't meant to be quite so entwined. Such is the flow of fate, my friend. And he gives that little kind of sigh of digesting heartbreak a little bit. But, you know, there's like a nod to him of understanding and acceptance, and he kind of looks up to you again with that kind of whip crack of a Gilmore smile and says, I wish you luck. The path of a uncertain heart is never an easy one. And should you ever need an ear to bend or a shoulder to cry on, well, you know where I am. And if I'm not there, you know how to get a hold of me.
I'll reach out, hand behind his head, say, you are a beautiful arcane bastard. And I kiss him full on the lips.
Vax getting all the kisses.
Pat him on the shoulder. Thank you.
Now you're just being a tease.
Fine, I just don't know what we're doing anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we're doing it. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it. I mean, what is the point of our lives?
Well, that's a very deep question.
Yeah. It's fine. Let's go. I don't know what I missed.
No,
I can go wherever anyone wants to go.
Sit down. Seems like a problem in your mind. Are you mad because we're stealing gold? Are you mad because everybody's running off in directions and you can't keep up? Are you mad because you almost died?
When it was just you and me, I knew what we were doing. We were just trying to survive.
Right. That's really all we're doing now, just on a grander scale.
We're running into this shit on purpose now, which is all right when there's reason. I don't always know why we're doing the things we do. It was fun breaking into that house. I'm good at it.
Yes, you are.
I don't know why we did it. I don't know why I'm working with a large fucking beast of a man who seems to despise me day after day.
He doesn't despise you.
The fuck he doesn't. I don't know why we're doing it. I don't know why we're with most of these people. And I love these people, but I don't know why we're doing it. And I just want you to think about it a little bit too. And I'll walk out the door.
A minute passes in silence. Another minute passes.
Smoothing his hair out. Hey. Hey.
His body's, the stillness is maintained, but you can still feel the heartbeat, and you can feel the pulse of blood through the body just from holding the shoulders, and then from that silence here. And the mouth opens, and the eyes begin to lull open, and the irises begin to try and find some point of focus, and Gilmore slowly lulls the head back up and looks into your face and smiles instinctually. A little blood at the corner of his mouth, and just looks up at you. It's always what I assumed I'd see in my last moments.
Bad day, huh?
Strangely enough, I'm pretty sure I've had worse.
No offense, darling, but you look like shit.
Unfortunate as it is. Step forward.
Is this a whisper or I don't
No,
know?
this is him asking you to step forward.
He steps really close to you.
Okay.
And he takes you by the shoulders and turns you around to face away from him. Do you resist?
I'm going to roll out of his hands forward to my friends.
Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
28.
28. You tumble away from his grasp, and he kind of... Very well. I know your face now, at least. And the rest of the class will know that you are a false member now. You're not welcome in these tunnels ever again. And if we see your face amongst our kind, it'll be our word that you are to be taken on sight. It's a shame you've marked yourselves our enemy this day. I wish it wasn't this way. But to step up and front us with such disrespect for all the patience we've shown you in previous years is just... that irks me. Stinks of a lack of civilization. So please be on your way. We'll do as we do. You do as you. Now be gone. He turns around, flicks his cloak, and steps back into the group as the rest of them keep their hands on their belts and just wait for you to leave.
I choose Vax. And I choose Scanlan.
We give him his strength, sir.
As you finish that sentence, two monks that you failed to notice were behind you shove both of you into the pit. Make acrobatics checks, both of you guys.
What kind of fight? Oh, I got a 10. 34.
Okay. You tumble, catch Grog's arm, and lift him onto his feet as you land yourself at his side. Scanlan is face down on the sand.
Are we talking still?
I would just like to point out that I'm mostly sober.
Wants to make the third and final attempt at aid.
I will
I do.
inspire. Oh, shit.
I do.
I'll let you do it.
I pull my sister in close, and I say, "Take me instead, you raven bitch."
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That's a good offer.
With advantage. 11. Okay. At this point, the dark female form that drifts from the altar, you glancing up intently, feeling the sudden, intense, fearful gaze of Vesh upon you. As it gets closer and closer, the presence is different. What you feared was Vesh is not Vesh, actually. It is an image, a specter of the Raven Queen herself. The face is formless at this proximity. You can't make any details. It's just this perpetually blurred female form of a face. The hair just tumbles down past. And as it steps forward, no expression, no words, the hand reaches out towards you, Vax. There's a nod. The magic strengthens, focusing through your moon crystal into Vax's body. Take a picture of this so that no one questions this. A moment passes. A second moment passes. The vision of the Raven Queen nods the head to you, steps backward, and the specter vanishes. Breath fills Vex's lungs as she begins to cough, her form drifting back to the stonework. Your vision clears, and you find yourself looking up at the partially broken stone ceiling of the dark altar. Into the face of your brother, tears streaming down his face. The rest of your friends gathered around.
What happened?
You also get ejected from the wound, from the muscles tensing behind it, almost squeezes you out. And before you can even get a grapple on, the dragon vanishes from sight, and you're now falling backward.
I'd like to take a chance to say here that when I went into this dragon, I was lost and a wanderer. And as I am shot out its side, I come forth the paladin of the Raven Queen. I have multi-class and leveled up. And the last thing I'm thinking as I shoot out this hole in its side is, if you have any wings to lend me, now is the time.
Okay. As you emerge from the body of Umbrasyl, there is a streak of shadow that scatters into a burst of darkened raven feathers that kind of fill the air around you. You still plummet, but as a nature of your prayer and that brief moment of understanding, it appears there is some reaction. Grog, it's your turn.
Can I see that flurry of black feathers streaking downward
You do.
to this guy?
It is a perpetual flurry. They're coming out of nowhere. It is just this long visual line of black feathers that are being tossed from beneath Vax's flapping
We're
cape.
going full point break, terminal velocity, straight down.
I hope I can hold on. There's nothing to grab onto, is there?
There's just heavy feathers and digging in.
Lucky, I have a grappling hook.
Maybe in my dive position, I could squeeze your legs with my wings. How about that?
You're really smart. You would think to do that.
I would.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I would also think, what idiot was just flying behind the back of this dragon on a chain?
So as you go into a full dive, that's 80 speed, that's 160 feet.
Okay.
You manage to just crest underneath the plummeting Vax, the trail of feathers, followed by black feathers, trailed by a long line of brown feathers being plucked out from a Scanlan, feverishly trying to grab onto your back for some sort of purchase. Pain. You deal with pain all the time. It doesn't absolve your focus. Vax, I need you to go ahead and attempt to grab onto the eagle as it swoops beneath you. Go ahead and make a single strength saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
No, wait, luck. I have one last luck.
This is the time to use it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God! 21.
Wow. As the eagle swoops underneath you, you reach out. You don't even see it. You're just looking up into the sky as you plummet. The trail of feathers going past as you concentrate on the acceptance you've made to the Raven Queen and the understanding that perhaps if there is a chance to survive, let it be through this leap of faith you've taken in the direction of an entity that you've been so fearful of and scoffed at since she came to you in your dreams. A moment you see the feathers begin to trail off and subside from beneath your cloak, and a voice whispers in your ear and says, "Left." Without thinking, your hand reaches out, without even seeing, and you just grab the edge of Scanlan's cloak.
Oh
no! As you're dragged behind, you behind.
It's worth it.
Breathe. As the eagle swoops up, you manage can feel the heartbeat, the blood flowing in the back of your head, and your ears are just hot. Oof, 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 as you just slowly reach over and grab the back of the eagle. Is this Keyleth? You don't know. All you know is Scanlan swooped in, and in this moment of need, seemingly, a prayer was answered.
Well, the bottom line is I couldn't walk away if I wanted to, because I know that I would lose my sister. But I don't want to anymore. We've all been close to death, all of us. And now I'm just a little bit closer. And it took me a bit, but maybe we're not meant to be happy. I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I don't know, but I know that I can be of use.
You can be. And you are of use. And I'm not the type of person that would ever say that you have to choose and follow who I follow. But I just will tell you now that if the Raven Queen fucks with you, or hurts you, or doesn't change you for the better, then she's going to have to deal with me, and we're going to have a problem. But as of right now, I love you, Vax. And it's going to be fine, and I am here for you no matter what, and you can talk to me anytime. And don't be ashamed or embarrassed.
I was. I'm doing better.
Okay. Don't be ashamed. And turn that frown upside down.
It would help if you stayed around.
I will do my best.
I know.
Because sometimes people call and sometimes I just have to go to do work. But and maybe you'll discover that with the Raven Queen. Maybe she'll take you to jobs and you just have to go.
Prime time.
But I adore you. Okay?
I was all kinds of fucked up a couple of weeks ago.
Well, you are all kinds of fucked up all the time. And that's why we're all kinds of fucked up, and that's why we all are together.
I walk by eating chicken and wearing no pants.
And I give him a slap on his bare ass as he walks by. You okay? You will be.
Ish.
Ish. That's all we can be is ish. Okay? Okay.
And what catches you first is the liquid is very thick. It is viscous in a familiar way. This is most definitively a pool of blood. And it is cold. It is ice cold. As you step in, you could feel as it begins to seep into your boots and begins to find its way into the crevices of your outfit. As you get down to your waist, it's just chilling and you can't help but stand up straight as you step further in, not sure quite how deep it gets. And it gets deeper and deeper, up past your chest, up past your shoulders, and you're not even halfway into the center of this pool before it's going past your nose.
Keep going.
You take your last breath, hold it, and submerge yourself in the pool. Darkness around you, the cold sensation. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Open my mouth and inhale.
As you do, you feel the blood fill your lungs, and you immediately, your lungs begin to seize with the lack of oxygen. You instinctually begin to try and reach up for the water and pool, but you can't rise. You can't get up. And at that point, the cold, piercing pain of the liquid in your lungs becomes warm. All the liquid around you becomes warm. And in the darkness, where you cannot see, you calm, as suddenly your breathing is no longer difficult. It's natural. It's like air. And it's reminiscent of being in the womb, of the moment of birth that you've forgotten so long ago, that you're just surrounded in darkness and comfort. And piercing the center of this darkness before you, you see a very faint bead of white light just begin to spark and grow and grow. And as that light widens out, it becomes a face. A porcelain face, a nose, lips, a chin. Empty dark sockets. Long, dark hair that goes to crimson and surrounds you. You see a small hand reach up behind and lift you from your legs. And for what you thought was only a few feet of liquid, you look around you and it is an endless space, a space you've been before, a space that you once visited in your sleep, in your dreams. You look down below and you can see the infinite skein of threads that you were once given inspection to. As you look down, you see the very palm of the Raven Queen holding you aloft in this space as the mask pulls in close to you with a smile. The lips don't move, but you hear a voice from all directions in your head. A comforting voice, a welcoming voice. My champion, Vax'ildan. You've come to me at last. This is a powerful vestige, my friend. This has existed for quite some time, and there's certainly a bit of a dark divine energy around it. It looks like it has the capability to resist most elements when given the instruction, and it safeguards the life of the bearer, and looks like there's some sort of a... Tell you what, follow me.
Yeah.
And he stops and goes like, it's really me this time. Follow me. All right. And he walks outside of the front of the castle to the walkway, kind of stepping over the crimson smear that once was the one assassin. And he walks up to the edge of the cliff, the sheer cliffs that are on each side of that walkway in the elevated, kind of cleaved mountain where the castle was built on. And he walks up to the very edge with you and goes, do you trust me? As soon as you look down, you feel a thrust as he pushes you off the cliff. At that moment, you suddenly, instinctively, look up, and from outside the back of the armor,
What?
these giant black raven wings spill out
so you
from
could
the
have flown
sides.
when you came out of the dragon?
Only if I knew how to work it.
You get the sense that this feature to the armor was only recently...
Oh, shit! Shit! Get it, Archangel.
Go from falling to swooping over the forest on the outside of White Stone.
Fucking hell. What? He can fly!
After...
He can fucking fly!
Hold on, and she leaves and comes back, this time with kind of pushing Valor from the back, and Valor kind of walks up, pouting with her arms crossed, holding her little owl bear under her arm.
Come here, come here.
She runs up and gives you a big hug. It's like, are you leaving?
Yeah, just for a little bit, though.
You just got here.
I know. Listen, do me a favor. Keep scraping up those knees, will you? You crawl anywhere you want in this city, the higher the better. And listen to your parents some of the time. But not all of the time.
I can already do that.
Oh, and...
She gives you a little kiss in the cheek, and then runs, as you say, and runs up and puts her arms around you and kind of almost pushes you back. She's bigger than you remember, and it's...
She is. I pull out one of my owlbear feathers that I picked up with Zara, and I tuck it behind her ear.
Oh, what's this?
It's an owlbear feather. I know.
She steps back down and looks at her little plushie, and...
You keep that behind your ear and you wear your necklace, and you never forget that Vax and Vax love you very, very much, dear.
Listen to us. You are not our half-sister. You are our sister.
She runs up and hugs you both, one in each arm, and then steps back down.
Thank you. Come back soon, please.
Of course. Come visit me and my barrenness.
She runs back to her mom's side and looks up at her mom and goes, poo.
I love you, Vax. And I'm sorry for being me and that it took me this long to say it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I love you. pretty fucking great.
That is pretty great. Yeah. High five. Yeah.
I tackle her into a bit of a hug into the bed.
Oh.
Whoa. We're already on the bed.
Oh. And that's it for now.
Let's fade out.
Directly of what awaits you on the other side of the doorway. However, the morning is yours. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to stealth back to my room.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Whoa.
No one sees anything.
Make a stealth check.
No worries. There it was. Thanks for doing that. All right, I got luck. I got a 1, but I'll use luck.
No,
You're using
no.
a
You
luck.
lost your
You're using a luck to avoid a walk of shame. Oh!
Yes! There is a god and he hates you.
You are so walk of shaming
So
right now.
as the morning comes about, Vex, out of your room, scratching the side of your head, got messed up from sleeping wrong on the pillow. And as you walk out, you hear this. Look to your right and see your brother slowly slinking away from Keyleth's room.
There it goes.
You
There
turn
it
and
is.
see your
I
see
go
your
back
sister.
in my.
Do-
What do you guys think?
That's a
Slip
good
it back
point.
in.
That's a good point. I balance a tray on top of Pike's prone form and put some cups on top of it.
Should I pretend I didn't read it? Should I pretend I didn't take
Was
it?
it sealed or
Back
anything?
in.
No, it's just folded.
Yeah. Try and sneak it in.
All right.
Yeah. I
All
put
right.
a tray on top of the cups, on top of the first tray.
But now we go forward just with the knowledge that we know Percy was anticipating dying.
Well, aren't we all anticipating dying?
Kinda.
And I mean,
Technically, we should all write these letters.
that's Percival up
some
and
of us
down.
have.
There's nothing really that surprising in the letter, really.
Don't know if we all need to write.
Grog, you can draw some pictures for us.
More cups on top of the second tray.
The fact is, we all might die at any point,
No, it's true.
and it would be terrible, and we should enjoy every day that we have together.
That's right, third tray.
Yeah, make a dexterity check, Vax.
No problem. 24.
24. The stack is beautifully balanced. It's like rotating a little bit.
You better hope she doesn't move.
I just stand and admire my own way.
I walk up and shove Vax into the tray.
Yeah, as he's admiring it, you get a sudden push forward and clashing. All the trays and glasses fall and hit the ground. You hear the metal and the brass clang, clang, clang.
Did it wake her up?
Pike stirs. I never say. You wake up, still trashed, Pike, and still your lips numb as ever, but you're back to consciousness now, hearing all this clattering around you.
Hey, did you know? Did you know that I'm? What?
I was trying to stealth.
You are drunk. You are very drunk. And smite on the attack as well.
All right, go ahead and roll. Roll damage on that.
Here we go.
Kill him. One turn.
Here we go. 2.
4.
Wow. Hold on. Wait. No. So all the dice first. 2 plus the psychic damage, which is 1d8. Is 9. Plus the divine smite, which is 11, 15. That's okay. Here comes the sneak attack damage. 19, 24, 26, 29, 32, 34, 36.
38.
38,
Yeah,
sure.
that's 38.
38 plus my modifier, which is 46 before anything. No, we double the dice first. So
Double the
38 times 2, right, is 76. Plus 8 is 84.
84 points of damage.
I think I might have chuckled when I gave my sister a wet willy. So as we're walking, and I've got the ring on, as we pass people, I'm doing this and looking to see if anyone is reacting to that.
No one else reacts except for Seneca. Who
Alright.
kind of just looks back towards you and goes,
Oh, God, that face.
Oh no, he's so weird. I can hear you moving around me.
Blends in with the sofa, I didn't get.
being led through the street, you eventually see what appears to be two large, lithe, kind of gray flesh. He heads his way back towards the village.
That is fucking cool. We should get out of here.
Yeah, we should.
Laura?
Yes, I believe we should. Well, it was nice to meet him.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I should have introduced you, I guess.
I was waiting. As of the expected pleasantries of diplomacy, but but it seemed that you had it all taken care of, so it's fine.
Sorry. Distracted by talking to you as my father and not as Laura.
It was so weird though. You were standing directly behind me.
It's all right. Don't worry. It is a bit cold. If we could get back, please. She's kind of like rubbing her shoulders and arms a bit.
That was my dad.
Let's go.
All right, you guys head back, exiting out the sun tree, making your way back.
I catch her by the arm. I can't wait to come back.
Oh,
all right.
Shit.
So, as he swings with the sword, with your shield, you deflect it off to the side, and you're about to bring your spear through for your own strike. However, he's suddenly much closer than you expected, and you feel the blade kind of shirk the side of the armor. So for the purposes of this, we're not rolling damage, it's the spar.
Thank you.
But the blade hits and pokes just enough where you know that's where the kidney is.
Right, okay.
And in that brief moment, you see the little creak of smile at the side of his mouth. You go ahead and roll your attack now, Kashat.
18.
Plus,
well, if I'm using my... I don't want to use the Shadow Spear. Okay. Should we? Let's not do neck damage on him, let's think. It's a regular +2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah.
20.
Nope.
Well, it's +2 spear. What's your attack bonus altogether?
Oh, yeah, the attack bonus is +10.
20.
Oh,
so that's 28.
28 to you, yeah.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Yeah, so after you have the blade there, and there's that moment of posturing, how do you deflect him off?
I think, the blade comes in, he's got his spear, so as the blade comes in, he slaps his arm away and just takes it lightly right across the chest, so it just cuts into a little bit of fabric.
You back away and you see two of the mantle-like dark feathers of your armor. The very tips just go.
And then I look at you and go, 1-1.
38.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
In the dark! All alone!
In a dark pit? With whisper. I'm going to shove it in so that my hand disappears from view, so I'm up to my forearm. And stab as far in as I can reach. I hear the voice of my mother in the morning. Fuck you. I walked over.
Daddy issues, that's all we had to hear. That's all we were waiting for. Come on.
I kneel in front of him and I start massaging where I fucking beamed him as hard as I could.
Oh, it stings a lot.
No, I have very deft fingers.
Honestly, if you would have led with daddy issues, we probably would have.
I think we would have just taken you right on, sir.
Because fathers can be assholes.
They're so awful.
He doesn't like me, and he doesn't like the books I read, and he doesn't like that I like fantasy novels.
I take him into a gentle.
He doesn't like anything about me.
I feel like this is a dark mirror. I don't know how I feel about this very dark mirror right now.
Into a gentle headlock, and I turn to my sister and say, "Ah, this guy.
Ah, this guy.
Now I like this guy." I know that your life is built up to this moment in many respects. But your father is very proud of you. You've already done a lot. You silenced that dragon. You've done a lot.
I'm just glad I have you all.
I expect you've been here before.
Yes.
I like that things are better between you and I now.
I feel the same. I like that most things are better now. Not everything, but it's a brighter world, even for us.
Do you know what I like? I like the version of you that my sister brings out.
I do too. That's, I'll do my best to keep him in the forefront. And as for you, I like the version of you that's not afraid. So let's just go meet this terrible thing, drop off the book, get you feeling a bit better.
Come on.
Fuck.
In case it's sooner rather than later, you and I need to do a little bit of homework,
And
which
we-
you were very good at in school.
I'm awesome at homework and killing giant grey things. I can't remember its name anymore. Renders.
I'm going to Zephyr.
When? Why do you keep saying it?
Eventually.
Okay.
Because it hurts, because I love you, because you are... Stop laughing for a minute. You are my best friend. You are my twinnie, and only you know what that means. Hmm?
Mm-hmm. Well, good. It's all right if you go, dear. You'll still be here. I'll still be there. It's gonna suck. Giant dick.
I don't know how to do anything without you.
Yeah, well, you'll learn. You'll learn. You're learning already.
I'm very proud of you.
Are you like gonna get married? I think you should. I feel like you're gonna do it. I feel like it's gonna happen. I just want to be there for the wedding. Don't like go off in secret and do it, all right? I would be very pissed. I love you. Let me sleep.
Do you need to yak before you go?
No, I'm gonna yak in my sleep. I'm gonna
Alright.
lay on my side.
That sounds bad. Good night. Good night.
As
In the morning.
she lays over and almost immediately passes out on the bed. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
Natural
20!
We don't even notice. A gentle pass by, choosing the right moment in which Grog is involved in rage bearing, and Kerrion has completely given up on his activities, and you manage to just scoot through the sand, and like with moving your hand behind you to kind of hide the trail, you drag his armor off back towards the resort.
Yoink.
Alrighty. As you've been buried now sufficiently, and
All the
you-
way up to the hedges, Doug.
Yeah, up to the neck, and you feel the sunburn is now starting to kick in a bit. You're like,
I need that helmet, Doty. My helm, please.
The giant reflected piece of metal.
Yeah.
You're gonna cook in that thing.
Terry.
What do you mean, Terry?
Holy shit.
Where'd it go?
Terry.
Don't tell me Terry. Your number one job is to take care of me, and your number two job is to take care of my belongings. What? That stuff is worth more than you.
Terry.
All right. Just get me out of the hole.
And by the way, I went to the front desk and I asked which room Mr. DeRollo was staying in because I wanted to put some of his belongings there, and I hid the armor in Percy Vax'ildan.
You better have been able to actually convince them that
Which is what I'm about to get to.
Right. Well, that's what I intend.
Make a deception check.
Sure.
This is what he said. Luck for.
Here's where the luck is. Yeah. Damn it. Persuasion, you say? That would be...
That was a deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all right. That's a 20.
It's a 20.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a little bit of convincing, but eventually he sends one of the employees to go along with you. They let you into the room.
Okay.
Okay.
And now I'm coming back to the beach.
Okay.
You'll look like the cold wisps of shadow and darkness obscure your hands. You feel like you're plunging your arms into it, but you find purchase within that shadow and hold on.
We'll need a spoon for warmth.
I nestle in behind Scanlan.
I gladly accept.
Let's ride.
Let's ride!
Voice, once more. My champion, you return to me and tear a swath through the tapestry. Please, be calm. My sight can pierce many veils, but you've been hidden from my sight in recent days, and I am worried what foulness has turned its intent upon us. Now here you come to me, your very thread frayed, and soul transitioning. An unexpected destiny for my beautiful fate touched. One of her fingers kind of curls through your hair, in the back of your head. Tell me what you have seen. Your enemy. I have many enemies. Vecna. In an instant, the giant being is now the simple woman. The mask you once saw removed, now missing. And there, the somewhat sad, beautiful, pale face of the Raven Queen as she steps forward. The silence is broken by the sounds of her footsteps across nothing. Her hand comes up, warm, you weren't expecting, as it races across your brow and curves across to your chin and pulls it up a bit. Do you accept my gift?
You have such loneliness in your eyes.
Perhaps you will keep me company when you come back to me. Do you accept?
I do.
I'm not going to be around much longer, probably. Or you're not going to be around much longer, one or the other.
Yep.
Yeah. And, boy, I've been holding on to a thing for a while now. Kerrion, that scamp, gave me a gift ages ago. He became sort of a fan after I pranked his ass at the beach. He kind of caught the bug, and before we said our goodbyes, he talked to me for a bit and gave me something.
You pranked his ass and he caught the bug.
It's about suppression.
Right, I gotta talk simpler, sorry. That's my mistake. Kerrion gave me a very unique item, and the purpose of it was to fuck with you.
Ooh.
I could say turducken and you people would turn it into sexual innuendo.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway, he wanted me to pull a prank on you, and, you know, we have a lot of history with that, and I held on to it for a long time, looking for a time that felt right, and it never happened, and sometimes I felt like I didn't want to do that anymore, but I don't want to let his gift go to waste. And truth be told, I did a bit of research on it. It is a a love potion, Grog.
I forgot about that.
Lasts about an hour. Oops. Lasts about an hour. And you know, for a while it was really tempting, and I was just looking for a moment because, you know, that's you and me, that's our history. But then I did some research, and it turns out that it wouldn't have worked on you anyway, because if you want someone to fall in love with you, it has to be on a person who you'd be interested in. And to quote a very handsome dickhead we know, I'm pretty sure you go taco, not hot dog. So I was right to assume then, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Taco.
You know, it's not fair. We're not all so limited, but that's your thing. That's fine. So I can't even use it on you, but I've got it. And I am going to miss you. I'm going to be gone soon. So I don't even know if we have time. I mean, a lot of us could be dead soon, but I'm not offering you this thing, but I'm offering you an experience.
I don't know a lot of big words, but I feel like I need a little bit of clarification.
I don't know if we have time for this.
Yep. Yep.
But maybe for old time's sake, because I love you and I know you love me, and we share this in common. I thought maybe we could prank Scanlan together.
I have.
I pick locks.
Oh yeah, maybe you should pick the lock.
We need a key. Let me try mine.
Let's just pick this.
Natural 20.
To
pick the lock.
To pick the lock. Okay.
I'm not in this room.
I'm in the back ready.
Pike is though.
Okay,
She's been doing
you
this
and
for
Pike,
5 minutes.
You're in the back of the room.
I'm in the right by the door.
What's everyone doing?
Outside the door.
I'm outside the door.
I'm outside waiting for a call.
I'm right next to him.
Yeah. All right. So, so it's a total of what?
Total 37. Level 18 rogue.
I know.
You just rolled a natural 20.
So on a lockpick DC of 30, you manage to somehow find the intricacy of a king dwarf sarcophagus sealed door. It takes you a good 2 to 3 minutes to carefully find the proper tumblers and hold them without it breaking or ruining the lock, but you manage to feel something shift and a slight latch mechanism on the other side go.
That's cool.
At which point.
Okay, so sneak attack on the first because assassin, and I'm going to dump a smite into it. So 3 plus 8, 3. Let me get the dice first. 3, 10, 15, 18, 21, 25, 30, 36, 41. And the smite is 3d8 because it's undead. I said 41, right? 41, 45, 46, 52. Doubled is 104.
Jesus.
Plus the psychic damage, 109 for the first attack.
So, Pike doesn't have much of a fight for the hammer because the
you watch as daggers just jam into the ornamental armor, causing it to bend and twist inward, ruining the breastplate, and the undead king just falls apart. And before it can sit up, is now sitting right back down in the sarcophagus.
Feathers.
Yeah.
Feathers. Take feathers.
Everything?
Feathers. 1 to 3.
Roll for an attack.
What if he's nice? What if he's like that random creepy merchant that you
Nobody
find in
that
the
eats
middle
with
of
their
nowhere?
hands in the inside of a tiger.
No,
with
the
knives.
manners matter.
I mean, it's true. What
Advantage
if we
on
could
all
have
3
things from?
attacks.
What if he's like Hoggle and he
I like it.
First
I like
attack
it.
is 29.
I like it.
Okay, that hits.
I like it.
Second attack.
Gets
He's a
advantage.
nice,
Not
nice
anymore.
old man.
Now he's
Second attack is 32.
I mean, hey, if I could
Third
heal up all
attack
the time, I'd be pushing it to the limit too.
is 27.
Wow!
Okay,
Thank God you're here.
Welcome, Wanderer.
There's just no throat left.
Would you like to see my well?
It's dangerous to go alone. Take it.
from my...
3.
Go in the crypt of the...
5.
So the first dagger does
10. Hold on. 10, 14, 17.
Oh,
23.
man.
24. 48 plus psychic damage. 54 for the first attack.
the 2 daggers hit nothing as the first dagger strikes and just slaughters the creature. And hits the water, and now it's kind of floats up, unmoving in the pond there.
Oh no!
You can see like the liquid around it darkening.
You just killed an NPC.
I'm a crime lord. I can get you really good discount furniture.
Coming back, sopping weapon naked, I must. And we've got this weird thing that we found that we're
Oh
not
yeah, we
entirely
found
sure
this
about.
ball of light.
Oh, ball. Yeah,
Crystal.
ball.
Yeah,
Crystal thing. We could have that too.
Tell you what,
No on the crystal?
I'll help you under 2 conditions. 1, should you go back and defeat this wannabe god thing you speak of, and all is well and you're heroes and you have all of this influence and money and everything's grand, we can discuss maybe creating a doorway for me.
That's fine.
Back and
Doorway's
forth
fine.
passage. I'll come visit and see what strangeness your world seems to have whenever I like.
I don't know if you'd like it, but
I'm sure I can figure out a way.
Yeah.
It's real dicey at the moment.
But I'm sure if you succeed, that won't be a problem. And if you fail, well, then I guess the deal's off anyway.
Very true.
That's true.
Very true.
Good point.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Oh man.
Second, I wish to strangle you till death.
He's into autoerotic asphyxiation? Oh, amazing! Oh my god!
Grog, I'm sorry. Come again.
I was in my workshop and there was a flash of light and a doorway opened and it just pulled me through and...
Can I roll an insight check and see if it?
Make an insight check, yeah.
I'm taking him by the cheeks. You're in a very bad place. You're in a very bad place and time, and you need to get out of here. You need to take these women and go down these stairs and hide.
21.
21. I mean, it's Sean Gilmore.
Fucking hell.
You are in no shape to do anything right now. You need to take these 2 women and hide downstairs. Do you hear?
Where are we? What? Gilmore grabs both of the girls.
Bless Sean. It was an honor knowing you.
It'll be an honor knowing you all still. At which point he grabs both of the girls and with a flash of light, the 3 of them vanish.
I am so very proud of you. And so grateful for everything you gave to me. You are going to be a strong leader and a wise leader.
I'll find you. I promise. I'll see you again.
I'll never be that far away.
Forever.
And ever and always.
boys. My brothers. I love you.
We love you too. Thank you for everything. If you want us to fight her, just say Jenga. And we will.
Maybe from the other side. Someday, just for shits and giggles.
Can I ask? Are you afraid?
I'm going to go visit my mother. And I'll see all of you again. Freddie.
I do not accept this.
I know. But I charge you to take good care of my sister and love her. And your friend, Keyleth. Love her as well. She will need it. She will need friends.
Of course.
Thank you for trying.
I wish I could have done more.
You did everything. Pickle. Pickle, you showed me the way. And I know it doesn't look like that right now, but you absolutely did.
Wish I did it for you.
You taught me purpose, Pickle. Purpose. And I know I will see you again.
Isn't there...
She said, is there something we can do? It's kind of hard to hear.
Be there for them. You be there for them. You're the light in all our lives. I never had a greater friend than you. When we traveled a lot, I never had a greater friend than you.
I feel like she's taking part of me away.
I will bring it with me to remind me of you.
I don't know how to live.
I will see you again.
I know.
I will see you again. And I will tell your mother that you say hello.
Please. I love you. I don't accept this.
I know that it's hard. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna find you.
I take Keyleth's face in my hands and happily take one more kiss. I'm sorry it's so cold.
I don't care. I don't accept this. I love you.
I will never stop loving you.
This isn't fair.
I know.
I guess we have to say goodbye.
For now. I love you, Keyleth. Of the air, Ashari.
I love you, Vax'ildan. I'll see you again.
I look to the Raven Queen, and as I walk closer, since I leveled up, I use the Druid cantrip, Druidcraft, and grow snowdrops out from where I stand out to all of my family. Out to where they stand. Shit. Thank you. How lucky I have been to have had all of you. How lucky indeed. Thank you.
And as he turns and walks towards the darkened cloak of his matron, in the darkness of her cloak, you see a brief light, but it's brighter for you. As you walk forward, you see reaching from the light the dark hair, the fair skin, and the wide smile of your mother, Elena. As she greets you, she says, "I'm so proud." The rest of you watch as her cloak begins to fade, like a slowly scattered shadow in creeping sunlight. And as the snowdrop flowers continue with each step, you blink, and it's just feathers.